This year, the Platform 2 is being released, and they've already revealed a trailer with many details about the movie. Perhaps the most incredible part is the epic return of Trimagasi and Goreng, characters from the first movie. That's what we'll be talking about here. Today on Charlietales, we'll go over the trailer frame by frame, and I'll tell you all the details about the new The Platform movie. Ready? Let's go! The trailer begins by showing us the inside of the platform, that iconic prison we already saw in the first movie. Here, they explain new rules we didn't know about. They tell us that every day, a platform with food descends, and each prisoner is allowed to eat only the dish they chose when they entered the platform. This marks a huge difference from the previous movie. Remember that in the 2019 film, prisoners could also choose a dish before entering the platform, but once inside, they could eat whatever they wanted. There were no rules preventing them. If you were on level 1, you could eat everything without any problems, and no one would punish you. In this new movie, there are rules. This makes us consider two possibilities about when this movie is set. It could be a prequel before Goreng's story, meaning this rule was one that existed when the prison was first created, but was later eliminated. The other possibility is that this movie takes place after Goreng, and this rule was established because of him. Now we are introduced to the protagonists, a woman and a man. Let's start with the woman. Officially, her name is Perempuan. In another teaser, we learned about her. She's a woman who entered the platform voluntarily. In that teaser, she said she had an ex-boyfriend who died. Additionally, Perempuan says she entered the platform to have time to forget what she did. In short, we can understand that, in some way, she was responsible for her ex-boyfriend's death. That's why she decided to punish herself by entering the platform. However, midway through the trailer, she says she will try to escape. Some people think this woman is a younger version of Imogiri, the interviewer we met in the first film. And it's true that they look alike, but that's not the case. The name of this new woman has already been confirmed, and she's not Imogiri, but Perempuan. Additionally, in the same Netflix teasers, we've heard the voice of the real Imogiri, who is interviewing her and asking why she entered. So they are two different characters. Now let's talk about this strange man. His name is officially Zamyatin, and he's played by actor Hovik Kushkerian, whom many of us remember as Bogota in Money Heist. The teasers haven't revealed much about Zamyatin, but we do know that his favorite food is pizza, and he's a hot-tempered and violent man. In several scenes, we see him teaming up with Perempuan, so it's likely he'll be the one to help her escape at first. I say, at first, because later in the trailer, he's nowhere to be seen. We even noticed that Perempuan has other companions. It's possible that Zamyatin dies midway through the movie, but of course, that's just speculation. We have the epic return of Trimagasi. He was the best character from the first movie, and now he's back. But this raises many questions since, if we remember, Trimagasi died halfway through that story. We even saw his ghost at the end. So how is he here? It's impossible that they brought him back to life. The most logical explanation would be that these scenes are from the past when Trimagasi was still alive. In fact, in the first movie, he mentioned that he was once on a very low level and had to survive by eating human flesh. If we connect the dots, this scene could be from that moment. That's why we see so many people. If we look closely, the man on the right doesn't have a leg. They're eating him. However, there's another interesting theory I want to share. In other scenes, we see Trimagasi talking to Perempuan. In this one, for example, we see the old man accompanying her. I believe this movie isn't set in the past, but in the future. And Trimagasi appears because he's a spirit trapped inside the platform. I know it sounds far-fetched, but remember that in the first movie, they already introduced the idea of spirits. At the end of that movie, Trimagasi's ghost greets Goreng when he dies. Of course, there's debate about this. Some say Trimagasi was just a hallucination in the end, but I lean towards the spirit theory. The platform feels like a story that fits well with these ideas of the afterlife and has many religious references. Returning to the second movie, I believe Trimagasi is an apparition that will help Perempuan achieve her goal of escaping. Midway through the trailer, we're told that an anointed one has come to enforce the law. This refers to a blind man with a bandage over his face. The trailer presents him as a kind of judge who punishes those who break the rules. They say his name is Dagen Babi, the most severe anointed one. This marks another difference from the first movie. In that story, there were no police or judges. The platform allowed everyone to kill each other without restrictions. Here, however, we see that this man will punish those who break the rules. Moving forward, we have a scene of a flying head. This connects with the words of the Anointed One. He says that the law is not interpreted, it is followed, even if heads must roll. This suggests that in this movie, laws will be very important. If someone breaks a rule, they'll be punished with death. The trailer itself hints that someone broke the food rule and ate something that wasn't theirs. There are several scenes of chaos everywhere. It's likely that in this movie, we'll see a large war between the prisoners, or maybe an uprising against the platform. There could be a revolution against the organizers of this prison. Remember, the first movie was already a critique of capitalism. It wouldn't be surprising if now they want to explore ideas of revolution. That would explain all the scenes of violence, fire, and destruction. In the first movie, we never saw so many prisoners gathered in one place. This time, things will be different, and it's likely that Perempuan will be one of the leaders of the revolt. We have this strange scene with a bunch of people crowded together, trying to escape. Probably here, we're at the bottom of the platform, and these people want to reach the platform itself. I say it's the bottom of the platform because the setting looks similar to what we saw at the end of the first movie. This is the place where Goring arrived with the girl. But there are differences. This scene connects with another one, in which prisoners surround a kind of pyramid. It's likely they'll use the pyramid to reach the platform, and that's why we see them crowded together later. In the first movie, there was never a pyramid in this part, so this is something new that's been added. This scene is very important. We have the return of Goring, who was the protagonist of the first movie. Here we see him at a table, throwing a knife at a girl. She looks a lot like the girl from the first movie. But what's happening here? First, let's remember that Goring died at the end of the first movie, so he couldn't be alive for a sequel. Also, the first film showed us how Goring met a girl during his journey and ended up sending her out of the platform as a message of hope. But how does all this connect with the new movie? Well, if you ask me, this scene is neither from the past nor the present. I think we're seeing an imaginary scenario here. I believe the new movie is set in the future, and Goring has become a legend within the platform. The prisoners tell his story, interpreting it in different ways. I think this image is someone's version of how Goring sacrificed the girl as a symbol of change. This wouldn't be a strange idea. Remember, no one saw how Goring's story with the girl ended, so they're likely making it up based on what they believe happened. In real life, history and religions are based on interpretations of events. From the first movie, Goring was shown as a sort of Jesus figure. Even his appearance was similar. So in summary, I don't think Goring has come back to life. They're just retelling his story in this scene. This theory would also explain the food rule. Maybe thanks to Goring, the prisoners created the rule that each person can only take their own dish. That would explain a lot. But what do you think? Will the new The Platform movie be set in the past or the future? Leave your comments. I want to say that I'm a huge fan of the first The Platform movie, and I'm eagerly awaiting the second part. It's coming out on October 4th. But anyway, that's all for today. If you liked the video, you would help me a lot by leaving a like. That would be legendary. Also remember to subscribe because I'll be uploading more videos about your favorite movies. Thanks for listening. My name is Charlie, and I'll see you in the future.